breaking news. Yo, we're going to talk about the female rappers that had terrible BBL surgeries and they all screwed up, and we're going to show you some video. So sit back and listen. This is the female rappers with the most terrifying BBLs you ever want to see, and it's the biggest stars out there. But behind closed doors, it ain't right. Subscribe at Mecca Audio TV and Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories to catch up on it. All right?
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. You already know it's Cardi B. We're going to dive right into this. Let's get this moving.
Be talking about my surgery because everybody's just like, Cardi, you got your done too big.
Aside from their beauty and diverse styles, female rappers have introduced a totally unique vibe to the rap game. It's almost like they've brought the whole BBL surgery trend with them. While some of these enhancements look great, others can be pretty bad. Unfortunately, awful BBLs and plastic surgeries have become a real issue in the rap scene. In this video, we'll be diving into 9 female rappers who have had some pretty rough BBL surgeries.
Who do you think those 8 now, female rappers are? We already see that one is Lil Kim. They're going to get into the whole Lil Kim joint. You talk to me. Who you think the other 8 is? Put it in the comment while you watch this. And do you agree or disagree with the ones they use? Let's talk about Lil Kim.
Lil Kim.
Do you want to talk about Lil Kim? And that face of hers?
Lil Kim is undeniably a legendary rapper who has paved the way for many of today's female artists like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. But there's another topic that everyone can't seem to stop talking about: her controversial BBL surgeries. I get why people are fixated on Lil Kim's plastic surgeries. They're just such a hot topic. Remember when she gave an amazing performance at the 2022 BET Awards to honor P. Diddy? Instead of focusing on that, everyone was buzzing about her BBL. Twitter was full of jokes, with some even comparing her to a rotisserie chicken. Her body transformation has definitely been a spectacle in the industry. We've watched her change from this to that, and now people are closely scrutinizing her as she ages.
Do you think she look good like this still or not? Put it in the comments.
Every little tweak seems to have people, including fans, other rappers, and plastic surgeons,
I like Kim like that. Who likes Kim like that? Let's bring on the big screen. Who like this? How I like Little Kim. I like the original Little Kim with the little mole. All that was sexy. That's like a Target. I mean, my bag. You know what I mean? Let's get this thing moving. But that mole is good. We could make use of that mole, Kim. You shouldn't have got rid of the mole.
talking. Dr. Gary Linkoff, a plastic surgeon, took a deep dive into Lil Kim's plastic surgery history. After examining her transformation over the years, he concluded that she's had a series of poorly done procedures, which are clearly visible.
The brows to me are looking very unnatural. The eyes to me look too sloped laterally. The medial aspect of the cheek is too filled.
Fans went wild over Lil Kim's transformation, and while some just can't grasp why she made these changes, others are suggesting it's due to an inferiority complex. They're claiming she altered her body to fit a certain standard of beauty. But Lil Kim has shared the heartbreaking reasons behind her many surgeries, and it's really sad.
But I went through the same thing while I was some people's role models and Lil Kim, and I mean, I had broken nose, black eyes, all that stuff.
In a 2005 interview with Angie Martinez, Lil Kim opened up about why she decided to get plastic surgery. She first went under the knife in 2004 after an abusive ex-boyfriend severely injured her face. She hoped to fix the damage, but unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, and she ended up causing more harm. Lil Kim later shared that her low self-esteem and social insecurities also played a big role in her decision to have the surgeries.
People think I did it because I had low self-esteem, but that wasn't the case. I think I did it because I was a little too vain, you know, at the time. So
trying to be perfect?
Trying to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. That's true.
You and I both know this isn't exactly perfect. Cardi B.
When you come from nationalities that, like, they praise thick girls, that they praise they praise thighs, they praise all of that. Like,
Unlike many female rappers who often keep their body enhancements private, Cardi B has been pretty open about her BBL surgery procedures recently. What's really catching the internet's attention is Cardi B talking about how horrible her surgeries have been. Fans have started noticing that Cardi B looks different lately. If you know Cardi B, you'll see that her body is changing, and the general consensus is that multiple plastic surgeries are starting to take a toll on her. If you're familiar with the concept of diminishing returns, you'll understand this situation pretty well.
we talking about my surgery because everybody's just like, Cardi, you got your done too big.
In 2022, Cardi B went on Instagram Live to talk about her regrets and how people kept bringing up her botched BBL. The superstar rapper shared her worries about her body not being in balance. And honestly, that's something to be concerned about, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I gotta keep it 100. I was gonna let this ride, but I gotta keep it 100. When I was locked up and I seen Cardi B do that joint when she got down her knees like she was a scripper and she started bouncing them cheeks, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Y'all put in the comments if y'all saw anything wrong with it then, when she first got it. I want to see what it's looking like now, being that she had this. Or maybe it's just in her mind, like she thought that, and Lil Kim said they thought they didn't fit a certain standard, so they went and did this and that. Nicki Minaj, you did need it. Yeah, I seen you before that. You did need it. But, and it's not disrespect to Nicki. She just needed it. But, you don't want to go too overboard. Let's get back to this.
After I gave birth to my son, my was huge.
Cardi B thinks her
And what she's saying is huge is probably a waist 38. A 38-inch hip. She'll consider as huge. But that's because they're trying to fit a certain standard.
body issues go beyond just her plastic surgery. She actually attributes them to her previous pregnancy. She shared that she gained a lot of weight during her pregnancy, which didn't mix well with the chemicals in her plants. Sounds pretty scary, right? Cardi even admitted to having some serious problems with her plants. It was a wild situation. By the way, the reason Cardi was posting about her on Instagram was because her BBL started looking really bad, and fans were quick to comment on it. But let's move on. Everyone knows Cardi B is a big fan of plastic surgery, so it was surprising when she advised young girls to avoid BBL surgery. I was shocked too. It turns out she deeply regrets her own botched BBL and genuinely wants to help others avoid the same mistakes. So, get this. The rapper just shared that she had surgery back in August to take out 95% of the biopolymers that were injected into her during her BBL surgeries. You might be wondering, why would she do that? Well, the answer's pretty straightforward. Things were starting to look pretty bad, and that's why she's giving you all this advice.
That if you young, if you 19, if you 20, if you 21, and sometimes you too skinny, and you be like, oh my God, I don't got enough fat to put on and everything, so you resort shots, don't do it. Like, I am super against mother shots. I'm super against biopolymers.
Based on the tone of her voice, it sounds like her surgeries might be taking a turn for the worse. So, is this the end of cosmetic procedures for Cardi B? Or is she still at the top of her game? We'll have to wait and see. Latto. From a different angle on the terrible BBLs out there, Latto recently posted a video on TikTok showing off her new BBL, and the reactions were insane. People were comparing Hef BBL to an AirPod. Seriously. But before we dive into all that, let's rewind a bit.
I gained a little weight, and everybody on the internet was calling me bad body and stuff, so I feel like that played a role. I started being a little insecure about my body, I guess.
Who remembers when Latto shared online that the pressure from fans led her to get a BBL?
Who remember Latto when she was on that Jermaine Dupri joint? Rap City or something like that. Jermaine Dupri had a joint, Rap something, where he took the young kids and they came on. Her father went up there and her father was trying to keep her going down the straight path. Remember that about Latto? You know, Jermaine Dupri, what's the name of that making he made the little kids into a rapper. That little kid named Poopy, that was real good rapping, like 7, 8 years old or something like that, 9 at most. But, you know, he just didn't want to cut his hair, so that's why Jermaine Dupri said, nah, they weren't going to let him do it. His father couldn't go. His uncle went, but Latto's father was there, and she was just a wholesome kid on this show. Make sure you go check out that Jermaine Dupri joint and then see what that turned into. So, I mean, y'all tell me what's going on, what you think of this BBL joint. This for the ladies, man, and for the brothers that love the girls with the BBL.
Well, now the same fans are criticizing her for it after things didn't go as planned. Latto explained that she was just 21 and skinny when she first came into the industry.
That's from the show right there. That's when she was like 16, because that's Super Pete's mother in the back. I watched that joint. And that's Poopy's father, right, uncle right there next to the female. And that's Latto when she was on that Jermaine Dupri joint. I can't think of the name of that joint.
Which was filled with curvier women. As she started earning money, she began to gain weight, and that made her feel insecure about her body. She decided she needed to make a change, and that's when she opted for the BBL. After posting a video blaming her fans for her decision back when she was so young, Latto didn't get much sympathy. Her followers clapped back hard. It's understandable that it might feel strange to hear an adult say that they felt pressured into getting a bad BBL surgery. There's more. Latto recently posted a fun video with friends, but what caught everyone's eye was her BBL. One comment read, "Nah, that looks gross, and honestly, I have to agree, it doesn't look necessary at all. The BBL seems to be more of a burden than an enhancement." It's like the commenter was showing both concern for Latto and disapproval of the BBL in one go. Latto keeps expressing regret over her botched BBL, but the trolling continues. Now 26, she got her surgery early in her career, admitting she was only 21 at the time. It seems like a bad idea to undergo such procedures when you're still growing. Her body wasn't fully developed, and now it looks like her sagging. A fan even compared her to her friends in a video, tagging it, "The difference between original and fake." That's a pretty harsh comment.
Word.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, man.
When Nicki Minaj first entered the music scene, her lyrical prowess wasn't the only thing that made waves. Her striking body shape, especially her prominent, quickly became one of her most talked about features. From the very beginning of her career, her curves sparked plenty of controversy. Although Nicki hadn't publicly confirmed or denied any plastic surgeries, many online sleuths dug up evidence suggesting she might have had some work done. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is a side-by-side comparison of Nicki's photos before and after she rose to fame. These images clearly show a
Yo, I don't care what nobody say that don't like it. Nicki Minaj look like crack right there. Tell me Nicki Minaj don't look delicious. That's what a crackhead says. But tell me she don't look at Nicki, man. Come on, dog. But let's see what it turned out to.
significant change in her body, particularly her. The transformation is so dramatic that it has led many to believe she underwent cosmetic surgery. By examining these before and after.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at Nicki's before. Let me get out the way. Hold on, let me get out the way. Look at Nicki's before and after pictures. Do you see this? I mean, do you really see this? Let's finish this up.
Photos, it's pretty evident that there's been some enhancement. So when we look at how her changed, it's hard to ignore the possibility of surgery, and not everyone thinks it looks great.
I was a lot of people's guinea pig.
Nicki Minaj has finally addressed the buzz surrounding her famous curves. In 2022, she sat down with Joe Budden on his podcast and got candid about the controversies tied to being the curviest rapper in the game. In a recent interview, the 41-year-old rapper, now a mother of 3, shared her regrets about altering her body. Reflecting on the attention and controversies her past decisions attracted, she revealed that pressure from people like Lil Wayne influenced her choice to get a shot. The rap queen is now among the female rappers speaking out against BBL surgeries. During a 2023 chat on the Run Through with Vogue podcast, she said, "I guarantee you, if you change anything on your body and do anything surgical and all this, you're going to, more than likely, not definitely, more than likely, look back one day and say, I was fine, just the way I was. And that's what happened to me." She admitted that her experience with a BBL has left her wishing she hadn't gone through with it. The reality is, a poorly done BBL is hard to hide, no matter how good it looked initially. Now, she's questioning how much longer her body can handle these changes. Sandra Peppa Denton.
I'm like, who this old frog leg ass day bitch? She
I ain't no
need to be changed. Who the so I read the caption in like that.
This video has been stuck in my heat for a while now, and it's causing quite the uproar. Let's talk about Peppa from the rap trio Salt and Pepa. You know, the one with the striking curves. She might not be fully aware of how she looks from behind. Has anyone mentioned it to her? There was quite a stir in the industry when Sandra Denton, aka Pepa, sued plastic surgeon Dr. David Saya over a botched Brazilian lift, BBL. Everyone was shocked. How could it go so wrong? The surgery was so poorly done that Dr. Saya ended up facing a lawsuit. Peppa, at 54, claimed that Dr. Saya pressured her into getting 3 surgeries on her to fix damage from a car accident. She accused him of doing such a bad job that she might need even more surgery just to feel comfortable. Sadly,
Yo, how did a conversation from a car accident turn to a BBL? Somebody put in the comments.
Peppa said the surgeries left her in such bad shape that she couldn't even attend concerts or outdoor events. She blames all her issues on the BBL she got under Dr. Saya's influence. On top of that, if you look closely, you'll notice Peppa has had other work done, including on her. It's clear she's had multiple surgeries, and Dr. Saya seems to have made things worse. Peppa explained that she's been dealing with pain in her and an MRI revealed a lot of biopolymer silicone and dead tissue in her glute muscles. Black China.
So
I used to love Black
I just want all the ladies out there to know, do not get silicone shots because you can get sick, you can die, have complications, and all this other crazy stuff.
Black China took to Instagram to share her journey of removing her boob implants, giving her fans a front row seat to the process. In a recent video from her doctor's office, she talked about her plans for a major life transformation, including the removal of the silicone implants. She told her millions of followers, "As y'all know, I'm changing my life and changing my ways. So one of the things that I feel like is gonna take me to the next level is obviously taking some of these shots out."
I'm in a little bit of traffic right now. I'm
Man, I always thought she was beautiful.
Ox
You ain't need
reduced,
none of that,
and
girl.
also to my because honestly I feel like I'm like past that stage.
In a recent video, Black China shared how her shots had a major impact on her body, leading her to embark on a journey of transformation. She clarified the key differences between shots and the Brazilian lift, noting that they're not the same. China also mentioned that, in her new chapter, she won't be needing either procedure, so they've got to go.
A BBL is when they use your own fat. It's a silicone. So I just want all the ladies out there to know, do not get silicone shots.
Yo, look at her lips. Did she get her lips done? Somebody put in the comments, let me know. Did she get shots in the lips? Lips saying don't get it in her. Okay.
So she explained that she needed to get the silicone removed to move forward in her life. Black China first got the injections when she was just 19, which is pretty young for that kind of thing.
I'm in recovery mode right now. Got my bandages on. As you can see.
Don't you think? Just after her surgery, Black China took to her social media to share the great news with her fans. She was overjoyed with how well the procedure went, which involved removing chemicals from her and she mentioned how thrilled she was about her reduction, calling it one of the best decisions she's made in a long time. Black China continued to celebrate her transformation and encouraged young girls to love and embrace their natural bodies.
What's the smartest thing you've done with your money so far? What's one thing you look back on your life and really happy you did that decision? One thing.
I think bought my in my teeth. I think that was real smart that I did that.
Suki can't stop raving about her new and the American rapper and TV host has been taking every chance to praise the work her doctor did on her 5 years ago. Sukihana even went live on Instagram to document her liposuction surgery, but fans weren't too thrilled about the display. Some called it ghetto and felt she was just seeking attention. Recently, Sukihana also trended for the wrong reasons when a controversial OnlyFans video of her went viral. Known for her explicit content, this particular video, which showed her in an unsavory situation, was not received well. In the video, Sukihana was seen in a compromising position and described it as something she did for money, even though it was degrading. Sukihana is known for her surprising antics, and she made a Brazilian lift procedure seem oddly exciting with her promotional content. She explained how fat from a person's stomach could be moved to their to achieve a look like hers. Despite her efforts, it seems that Sukihana's BBL might not be as impressive as she thinks, given the ongoing controversies surrounding her career and how her body is portrayed in the media. Dream doll. Another rapper who's been really open about her BBL surgeries is Dream Doll. She even posted a pic showing off her surgically enhanced curves with a caption that playfully says, "They asked me what I wear. I think BBL is how it's spelled." Dream Doll has shared a lot of her journey through these procedures, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at her transformation.
I was in a relationship where my boyfriend used to criticize my body, and he was cheating on me with a girl that, had curves, and he made my self-esteem go down.
Dream Doll recently shared why she's so focused on BBL surgeries. It turns out her drive comes from insecurity and low self-esteem, a feeling that's pretty common among young rappers who either have BBLs or are thinking about getting one. She revealed that her main goal was to meet her boyfriend's expectations and feel perfect for him, hoping it would prevent him from cheating. Dream Doll is also frustrated with the stigma around BBLs. She feels that this kind of body enhancement is unfairly criticized, and she wants to bring more acceptance to it. She said, "Plastic surgery can be so taboo sometimes. I just wanted to put it all out there. I wanted to bring some normalcy to it because the stigma isn't always good." Recently, she had her followers hooked on Instagram as she documented her journey to remove biopolymer and other substances from her body. She shared that she traveled to Colombia to see her doctor because she was having pain in her knees and muscles. In a candid interview, Dream Doll talked about the complications she faced with her surgery and how tough it's been living with a botched BBL.
Something's wrong in my legs. Period. Something's wrong in my legs. My fine, nice and jiggly now.
She talked about needing to undo the procedure and shared what led her to make that decision. She had some complications that pushed her to go in this new direction. In a recent interview, Dream Doll shared how she got caught up in the social media backlash surrounding BBLs and the stigma that comes with it. She's been thinking about removing the biopolymers from her body to escape the criticism and alleviate the pain she's been feeling. Despite the challenges, she approached the situation with a lot of self-love and decided to go through with the biopolymer reversal surgery, hoping to return her body to its natural state. On the Lip Service podcast, Dream Doll mentioned that she always wanted a more natural look and still does. She pointed out that removing the silicone is more painful than getting it implanted. Even though people still comment on how big her looks, Dream Doll has undergone 4 surgeries to remove silicone from her butt and isn't planning to do it again just to satisfy others.
I wasn't nauseous. I was in pain. It was red. It was warm. It was hard. And I had to get it removed. I was sick.
Dream Doll shared a story about how she got shots that nearly ended badly for her. She described the intense pain and admitted she regretted having the procedure done. What's interesting is that in the same video where she's talking about the issues with her BBL, she's also promoting her doctor's skills and giving him a recommendation. She mentioned that he's great at reconstruction, but from what we know, reconstruction usually involves deconstruction too. Cash Doll. Cash Doll has definitely made her mark among the amazing women who've had BBL surgeries. She opened up about it in a 2019 podcast with DJ Vlad, where she shared that she had some work done on her body.
You just put plastic surgery in a tweet, and then that's it. Was that around the time that you started getting work done?
Did I start getting what?
Work done?
Like what? Like cosmetic surgery?
Yeah.
2015. I haven't got a lot of work done.
Cash Doll recently tweeted something cryptic about BBLs, which led Vlad to ask if she had undergone the procedure back in 2015. The rapper clarified that she didn't have much work done that year. Instead, she was likely just contemplating all the changes she wanted to make to her body. Cash Doll did admit, though, that she has had work done on her and is open about it.
I have got work done, though. I'm not ashamed to say that, which is my boobs.
When asked if the surgery had any impact on her stripping career, she clarified that she actually stopped dancing in 2014.
Is it true that you signed to B&B because the label paid for some plastic surgery, like a job for you?
Hell no. Hell no.
This actually showed up in the
No,
in
I
the
don't know
news.
I don't know where that came from. No, they didn't even pay for. He didn't never pay for my stuff.
Well before she had any plastic surgery. In a recent podcast with DJ Vlad, he directly asked rapper Cash Doll about the rumors that she signed a record deal in exchange for a boob job. Cash Doll found the claim amusing and quickly shot it down, saying they didn't even pay her. She clarified that she signed the deal simply because she wanted the money, not for any other reason. While she did use some of that money for a boob job, she's been open about it. Unlike some of her peers who are critical of plastic surgery trends, Cash Doll is all for it, believing that if it makes you happy, you should go for it. In an unexpected turn of events on Instagram Live, Cash Doll responded to a fan's question about whether her is real. She confirmed that it is now, which hints that she might have had a BBL procedure in the past that she later had reversed.
Now, what do you think about that? These young ladies getting this, do you think they need to do this or they don't need to do it? I just wanted to spotlight, highlight it, just, you know, for the females that's here. Share this with a female friend so they understand that even their biggest stars with the biggest BBLs is telling you that they don't approve of it. Please subscribe at Mecca Audio TV and Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story. Thank you for tapping in. I'm out of here. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, heat back on the strip, get it back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hall. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention, would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio.